Alright, let's go in game and let's introduce these guys as we do have down to the bottom left-hand side. The Blue Zerg, who didn't have the best of game ones. And see if you can find a way to bounce back and keep us cool in this best of 5 series. It is going to be the Blue Zerg player, Nerchio. He's going up against the red Protoss to the upper right-hand side of the map. It's herO. Obviously just joined OSC Root very recently, and having joined OSC Root has been, well, already kind of looking to kind of, I don't know, looking to kind of being quite popular, I guess. Since joining Root, he's been doing quite well. A couple online event victories, and has just been doing some bits and pieces here and there. But anyway, thank you very much, Ro.4, who just resubbed with Twitch Prime for 2 months in a row. Can we get some SJ hearts in the chat, please, for the 2-month resub? Thank you very much for the 2 months with Twitch Prime as well. You know they're dedicated when they come back for their second month with Twitch Prime, because did you guys know Twitch Prime does not auto-renew? So you got to really go out your way to make sure you resub on a Twitch Prime. Thank you very much for the 2 months. Do appreciate. Thank you very much. In fact, I was just talking about herO joining Root. He had one of the sickest kind of team joining videos, and I've seen in a long time, and it was made by my man in the chat right now. Nice username. Should give Joey some love, because that was a really sick video on the herO thing. My man Joey was streaming earlier as well. We hosted him up after the Korean server qualifier. I actually had a pretty good time watching you stream, Joey. It was pretty fun. It made me laugh. It cheered up. It made my day a bit better, because today was kind of shitty. Some real life stuff, kind of. Well, last week of real life's been kind of shit, and today it all kind of came to a sad end. So it kind of cheered me up watching you have minerals mining minerals and warp prisms rotating round as pylons and stuff like that. It was funny. Anyways, the 2 gateway opening here from herO is obviously much different to the last game in the sense that it's much earlier, because it isn't a Nexus first. It's the same idea. We'll get 2 adepts out early, we'll look to pressure, but it will look to keep Nerchio on a very low drone count, because it's 2 gates early into the Nexus rather than Nexus into the 2 gateways. So we do see the 2 adepts moving down to this south side and having a little bit of a look to see what they can do. Queen coming forwards, and we'll start to poke away at one of those adepts already, so a little bit of damage. I'm just going to be seeing the adepts will shade on through towards the main. I mean, they're looking for drone kills here. I mean, not just drone kills, but even just forcing enough units and picking off some Zerglings in the process is nice as well. So far he hasn't actually forced that many Zerglings, but he does have another adept starting to come across the map. As you see, the first adept going down, the second adept will survive for now. We'll just start to back away a little bit. So this adept backing away now, pulling out from the natural expansion and just sitting on this left-hand side. So 2 adepts joined up together, and herO is looking to see where he can go next. The 3rd hatchery going to be finishing very shortly from Nerchio. Resonating glaives continue to be chrono boosted out here. These couple of gates going to be finishing soon. Going to be kind of able to warp into warp gates soon. And well, overall 28 to 27 workers. It's not really kind of taking an advantage for either player at this point of the game. Going to be seeing a few Zerglings moving out and towards the center of the map. We're going to be seeing a gateway coming down on the low ground as well. And we're going to be seeing this glaives upgrade about halfway done. So again, glaives about halfway done. The Ro.4 starting to build up here from Nerchio as well. I'm just going to be seeing Nerchio just coming towards the top side, taking some map control. He actually has very good map control right now. Lings across the map will actually see the Stargate building in the wall. He's going to be able to have an overlord to the right side, an overlord up here. Yeah, actually just going into a... He's seen pretty much everything. I guess the only thing he hasn't necessarily seen is the Twilight Council, but seeing a Stargate this late, I imagine he will assume something like, some sort of tech has to come down before this, right? So I think he had to assume this. Anyways, we do see this group of adepts moving down towards the bottom left-hand side. Double Stargate, actually. Maybe herO's watching Rotterdam play earlier. If you missed it in the Team League, Rotterdam went huge in the Team League, taking 2 maps off of very good European Zergs. And he really kind of made a great series out of it. So he was going for this kind of Resonating Glaive Adept into double Stargate play, and it really was, very powerful, and he had a lot of success with it. So we'll see if Nerchio is going to be able to shut it down and to stop this from continuing. As you see this queen getting picked off once again in the natural. And we're going to be seeing the Lings pulling back over towards the natural. Sorry, was coming in towards the third. He actually backed away towards the natural expansion with a few Lings. Adept's still over here and he's continuing to do more damage. herO going to shade on up towards the center and continuing to move around. So Adept's continuing to move around here right now as there's going to be seeing them continuing towards the northern side. A couple of these Phoenix continue to come out from herO as well, as one of them already starting to target down this Overlord here. So Overlord's starting to take a little bit of damage. And just going to see the Nexus coming down the third base. Pylon added on as well. And we're just going to be seeing the couple more Spore Crawlers from Nerchio starting on up. So a couple more Spore Crawlers beginning to build. Creep Tumor coming a bit further forwards again. And these Phoenix are going to be able to kill off this Overlord. So Overlord gets taken down. And still these Phoenix just harassing around the map. And of course that is what's, that's kind of what is going to be happening, for the next few minutes. It's going to be all about herO harassing, doing a bit more damage here and there. Just looking to kind of pick off Overlords. And, he gets to this stage where he's going to probably pick off a few Queens, try and pick off some drones. And eventually when the Hydralisk comes down, as the Hydralisk then does start, as the Hydralisk come out, he wants to try and pick off a few of those as well. So he isn't getting a +1 air attack upgrade, which is something that Rotterdam was doing earlier in the Team League. So not going to have super powerful Phoenix. He actually isn't making as many Phoenix as Roddy made earlier either. He's only got up to, he had 7, now he's just lost 1 to go down to 6. So it's not that many Phoenix at all. In fact, kind of weird to see the double Stargate just to make 6 Phoenix. I mean, obviously they come in a lot faster because he's building them, but it still feels a little bit weird. A little bit weird. Anyways, these Adepts continue to move around. Some more drones getting picked off at the moment, so some good damage being done here, and we're going to be seeing these Rogues continue to come forwards and trying to clean up these the rest of these Adepts right now. And Adepts going to continue going up towards the top side, and actually no, going to shade over towards the natural. So here we're going to do fairly good damage again, sacrificing these Adepts to keep the Roach army busy. I'm just trying to get as much economic damage as possible, as actually Nerchio sends his drones back into mine, maybe a little bit too soon. A few more of them going down, and now back towards the third base, still jumping all over the place. Absolutely crazy so far, as we're going to be seeing the Years getting picked off, and these things still sat over to the left-hand side. Thank you very much, by the way, Snoot, who just hosted us up, and welcome everyone from Snoot's stream tuning into the IEM Katowice American Server Qualifier. Day number 2. This is our first qualifier match of the day, and either herO or Nerchio is going to be booking their flights to Katowice. As you see these roaches moving forwards, and we'll pick off this first pylon here. So one pylon going down, probe getting targeted too, a couple probes going down. We'll be able to get rid of another pylon towards the front once again. A couple of sentries do force field, and again, Roach is not really going to be able to do much. I mean, obviously herO has seen these roaches a long time ago, so he's had a lot of time to prepare against this and to think what he's going to do if the roaches do come forwards to attack. And we've seen them, we've seen that kind of coming to work out for him in the end now, as one roach here didn't actually get killed off. The poor Phoenix that lifted it got left behind by all his Phoenix buddies, and he thought he was doing the right thing. Instead, they just decided there was a cooler roach to pick on somewhere else. This roach gets taken down as well, though, as again, herO continued to do a lot of damage right here as this Overlord backing away through the top side. I'm just going to be seeing the Phoenix of herO going to come forwards, and the mean Overlord's taking quite a lot of damage here. So Overlord's going to be taking a lot of damage, and will be dropping very quickly. A couple of them going down here without any real, anything. Just thrown down very, very swiftly. As Spade's going to turn and fight once again. You're going to see the Hiders continue to work their way through this, and you can see this Queen also getting picked off. So Queen getting picked off right now. A couple more drones going down. Another Hydralisk being killed now too. Just more and more damage as we see herO will go up the left-hand side once again. A couple of overcharges coming down on these pylons, as I mean, he is just defending this attack from Nerchio. Nerchio's not really getting anything done with these roaches, hydras, or anything at this point. Phoenix may come in and try and pick up the Hydra, so obviously it's going to be a little bit risky with so many Hydras here. Actually see herO just going to blink forwards and go for some of these Hydras, so he's going to start now with a couple more of them going down. He's able to lift up, he's able to clean out some of these Hydras, although he messes up the micro. He actually doesn't lift as many as he should for as long, and Hydras do pick off a couple of the Phoenix. So Phoenix more or less gone from this game right now. As you see herO building into the rest of this composition still, it's a very powerful composition that he has. I mean, lots of Stalkers, he's got +1, Immortals, and I guess the most powerful part of this, the Sentries with the Force Fields, really allows this composition to be very viable with the way he can modify the map to basically suit his needs. Proc off a couple of the Queens to the left-hand side already, try and slow down some of the extra Hydras from joining the fight as well. Just doesn't allow the entirety of Nerchio's forces to really join the fray. As he picks off a few Queens, a few of the Hydras, Nerchio will back away, looks to engage in as the Force Fields dissipate here, and he gets a bit more of an open space to attack through. Got more Force Fields once again, as this time hero's just looking to back away a little bit more defensively, rather than pushing on through to pick him up more kills. Slard's woven in underneath this Prism, and in the meanwhile, a couple more Disruptors are being built, so he's starting to transition into Robo-based tech, and he's opting for the Disruptors here, so it's a good choice. I mean, Disruptors are very good against this sort of army that Nerchio has, and the army that Nerchio is playing is very likely to go in towards a Lurker Den, and Lurkers as the game continues as well. And a really solid way of shutting down the Lurkers is the Disruptors, which can obviously shoot them down from a distance and stop them from, force them to unburrow, force them back, and just slowly add a lot of damage onto them as more Disruptor shots do connect. And I see a few of these Zergons going up the left-hand side. They're going to run around and see where they can go as well. In fact, a whole bunch of them hitting towards the top left-hand side in this pylon. Already taking just a few shots of damage here. As we can see Lings, Hydras, a few Roaches, and a couple of Veins running forwards. Here come Disruptors. Doesn't really connect too well with Disruptors at all, but he blinks forwards aggressively to the right-hand side to try and get close towards some of these Hydras. Nice forces to the left, blocking a lot of Hydras as well. Some Stalkers warping in currently as Nerchio now dropping below in supply. He still has +2 against the +1 upgrade, but does that matter at this point? Again, blinking forwards aggressively. Does hero have enough to really do that? Well, 2 more Disruptors join the fray, and it's good connections to clean on up. GG's. Game 2.